Hi guys, welcome to my video. Today I'm going to show you the Ubuntu Desktop 2010 graphical environment, control panel, Ethernet adapter, Firefox built-in browser, document writing using LibbreOffice Writer, and to install an app from the App Store. Okay, let's do it. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is to increase my display resolution inside the virtual machine. This is done inside the display option on the control panel. I'll guide you there in a few seconds. You see that it is already full screen mode, and after we do it, we will take care of the updates of the operating system. You know that the image can be quite old, but we need to upgrade if we want to keep our operating system secure. As you can see, these are the security updates. We will proceed with the installation right away, pressing the Install Now button. But you can also check all the details of the software being installed inside the operating system. You can browse around to do it. Let's move on. Installing. The installation process is already happening. I will open here the details so you can see what is being done by the software update. Now the update is complete, so the machine is up to date. Let's confirm, pressing OK, and we are done on updating our operating system. I'm gonna open the main menu to check applications available and opening settings. So in this settings menu you have plenty of options to configure. I'm going to the appearance option to select the dark mode. This is a nice one that is being used a lot today. I will choose the bar to be positioned at the bottom of the screen, and I'm done. So now let me show you the browser, Firefox. I will enter here the Ubuntu website just to give you a brief idea on the browser functionality. Most of you already know this browser for sure. It's a multi-platform browser, so if you are used to it, you can keep using Firefox on Linux Ubuntu. On the right, I have just accessed kernel.org website to put you to anchor windows side by side and give you that brief idea also. So this is Firefox working at my new Ubuntu 2010. Now let's browse some more options. The date and time is an important one, because if you need to change your location, you can come here, unlock and turn off the alphabetic date-time configuration. It uses servers on the internet to make this configuration. Now I'm on notifications, and you can see that we have plenty of notifications to configure for all kinds of software. It can be important to be notified or not if you don't want to be bothered about this stuff. Disk usage, for example, LibbreOffice Writer, and so on. Lots of examples. You can browse around to fine-tune your notifications and other settings. This is printers. You can add a printer, look for the drivers. You can deal with how the system handles removable media like USB drives, CD-ROMs, and etc. You can change regional configurations like the keyboard, the language, the formats. You can deal with accessibility for those who need some special features, and you can configure multi-users, change your passwords, your personal configurations. So these are some brief configurations. Now on the top menu, I'm going to the network configurations, the wired settings on the top right corner. As you can see, I came back to the systems window, but this time to show you my main network configurations. I'm moving to the IPv4 tab to show you that I'm using DHCP configuration, which is the automatic configuration provided by VirtualBox software. In the network tab on VirtualBox, you see that our interface is configured in NAT mode. So we can have this automatic provided configuration, and with it we can access the internet like I shown you with Firefox browser. So to make a quick proof of that, let me open the terminal with Ctrl-Alt-T shortcut. I entered the IP space A to show you the IP address, and IP space route to show you that my gateway is 10.0.2.2 IP address. This address is provided also by VirtualBox software to provide us the routing and translation functionality, so you can access the web. Ping to Google domain, and we got an answer, and ping to Cloudflare DNS server, and we also got an answer. Okay, this is a brief explanation on the network settings inside the operating system. Now I'm opening the LibbreOffice Writer to show you a quick example of a document I'm about to edit. Let's write something, configure the font. My first writer document! Exclamation. Okay, so quick example to show you how easy it is to edit. You can use this software also on Windows and Mac OS. It's multi-platform, it's freeware. Get used to it if you don't want to spend some more money on paid solutions. The writer is available. It's already installed as a base software. Now you see I'm opening the software App Store. Okay, this is the main window on the App Store, where you can see lots of categories. Thunderbird is on top, is being shown on top of the window. We can go, for example, to audio. Let's wait a little bit, and here we have plenty of examples. Let's press Audacity, a very famous, well-known audio editor. You have screenshots, the voting, the features, everything that is related to this software is explained over there. I have pressed install, entered my passwords. Let's wait until the system installs. As you can see, it's also available for Windows and Mac OS. And when it's done, I am closing the store and searching for it, and here it is. Let's open Audacity just to show you a little bit on how it works. Okay, the welcome message. I will turn that messages off. Okay, so I don't have a microphone available, but I can generate a tone, so we can give you an example on how it works. Let's generate a sine wave. Here it is. If I select a little bit of the sine wave, I will press the button for zoom, and I keep zooming in, and as you can see, here it is, the sine wave. And if I keep zooming in, I even see the samples. Okay, it's like the amount of energy generated for each sample that gives us a sine wave when completed. It's very nice software. I use it a lot, especially to make the voiceover audio clips for my videos, and you can start using it for your own personal work and professional, of course. Let's save the file. I have entered the name, some properties you can include here. Press OK and you are done. So I will close the application, and now let's find the file so we can reproduce the file. So let's select downloads or other, depending on where you have the file. I will go to my home folder, Snap, Audacity, and here in the current folder I have my file. So let's select it, and here it is in my list, so I can reproduce it. So I don't have the full audio drivers and functionality working, but at this point you could simply switch on volume and enjoy any sounds, any track you record. Okay, and this is Audacity and Rhythm Box for reproducing your audio files. Okay, let's open the menu again. If we want to search for applications, I am choosing disk usage to analyze my hard drive, and let's wait a little bit until it scans the hard drive so I can show you the beautiful map of the used space. And here it is. I love this tool because it gives me a very nice general overall idea of the space I am using with these different colors, so you can understand how do you spend the biggest amount of hard drive space between the system folders and files and your own personal folders and files. With this tool you can have that idea and manage to optimize, to reduce, and make your own decisions on how to save your own files. You see here I am browsing around the folders, the amount of space that is being used. So if I go here to the command line, I can show you with commands, disk-free commands, that I'm using 52% of my total hard drive space, which is 15 gigabytes. I have almost 7 gigabytes still available. And if I make free, I use free command, I can check the same related to RAM, to my memory. So I have almost 850 megabytes of RAM still available of my 2 gigabytes available. Okay, so in this task manager you can see what's happening with our computer, our operating system. You can check the CPU cores. Here they are, being used for all kinds of activities of the operating system. You can check the memory also and Ethernet communications. So let's give it an example. I'm opening an application. I am consuming CPU power, and as you can see, we have immediately a rise in our graphic. So this is a nice example how to check in real time how do you spend your resources. In this case, you are spending more memory and even more CPU. Now I'm opening the browser, and as you can see, you have a huge bump in CPU processing, and when it finishes loading initially, it will cool down. But when you enter a web destination, a domain, a web page, you can see that all the multimedia contents in your web page are consuming CPU power, and it's huge, the amount of resources that a browser can spend when you are visiting your typical web pages, your favorite web pages. Okay, so as you can see, it keeps processing, keeps consuming resources until you finish and you close your windows, your browser, etc. So it's an application that consumes a lot of resources in our computers due to the type of contents we have available in these web pages. Lots of audio, video, graphics. So it all takes a part in this total amount of resources consumed. Okay guys, that's it. I have browsed around the graphical environment on Ubuntu 2010 with you. I have shown you some system resources, some tools, how to configure general settings, some applications already included and those you can install. And if you like my video, please thumbs up and subscribe the channel for new videos to come. Okay, bye bye, thank you.